Hey, what's good, fam? Still your favorite African brother reporting. Okay, so right here I have a fresh update for you guys on the TakeOff situation. TakeOff sister came out to, ask the street to help her figure out whatever that is going on, and whatever that happened to her brother. So this is what she had to say. She posted on her Instagram story and she said, "Help me find out who did this to my nephew by any means." So, you just heard it. That's what she said. And she probably thinking that the investigation is moving too slow, right? Because it's been a couple of weeks now that we lost TakeOff and nothing has been done yet. You understand what I mean? And people have started to think that, okay, cool, is it because this thing have to do with the Prince family in Houston? Is that why the investigation is moving too slow? Right? Is that why things are not moving too fast? Because when we lost PNB Rock, couple of weeks, we already found out who the shooter is, right? They got arrested and they started facing justice. But in this case, it's like a different whole ball game, right? But I think that she should be asking Quavo, right? She shouldn't be asking us, because Quavo was there. Quavo is family. She should walk up to Quavo and ask Quavo, "Hey bro, what did you see? What happened?" Right? Quavo is probably talking to the police, right, about it. He wouldn't come out to say it publicly, but as family, she shouldn't be asking the public. She should be asking Quavo, who was there, face to face when the whole thing happened. Quavo should be able to have an explanation for her, right? They are all family, right? He should talk about it with them. That's what I think, in my own opinion. You understand what I mean? Because at this time around, it's really crazy because nothing is being done. We are probably forgetting about TakeOff and whatever that happened to him. But I think we shouldn't until justice prevails. We need justice for TakeOff. May his soul rest in peace. May he rest in the bosom of God, but may he rest in heaven as well. But we need justice for TakeOff, right? Without justice, I don't think he will be resting, right? Let justice prevail. Let the person that is responsible for the passing out of TakeOff, let the person come and face the law. You understand what I mean? That's what the sister is probably asking for, right? So whenever you see that things are not really moving the way it should be moving, you turn out the other way and you started asking the streets, to help you find out who did this to your nephew by any means. You need answers, because nobody is telling you nothing yet. But you really need answers to the questions, right? So I think she's right in, asking to find out what happened to TakeOff. I should be asking the same question if I was in her shoes, because right now I don't really understand how the investigation is going. If you ask me, the last update we got was, the Ballin LA management have been able to send all the security footages that their security camera captured at that moment to the police department in Houston, for further investigation and stuff like that. But I think the investigation is moving too slow, and that's why this lady have to come out to say stuff like this, right? What will you do if you happens to be in her shoes? It's very easy for you to just say anything you wish to say on the comment section, because it's none of your relatives that died or stuff like that. But when it happens to you, you will be able to understand the feelings, right? You'll be able to understand the feelings. It doesn't feel right. Right now, it doesn't feel right. Nothing makes sense. Trust me, nothing makes sense. The mob ties are still moving really good. J Prince Jr. is still moving really good. Everybody that is affiliated to this, tied to this stuff is still moving really good. They're moving and going about their normal life, right? So why is he like that? That's my question. Why is he like that? And that's why this lady is coming out to ask for people to help her by any means. That means the street should help her by any means. That's what she's probably asking for. Help me find out who did this to my nephew. I need help. I need answers. I need somebody to answer me. Because TakeOff is not a trouble kind. TakeOff is a cool kid. He moves, pursues his dreams. He doesn't, give anybody any trouble. So why would somebody want to harm him? That's the question she's asking. Why would someone have to do this to TakeOff? Why would someone have to do this to my brother, TakeOff? Why? That's the question. Why? What did he do to them? And trust me, whenever you are successful, the next thing you have to do is to watch your back. It's not enough to get the money. It's not enough to get the fame. It's not enough to, live your dream life without having an enemy. Even enemies that you don't even know. You have enemies that you haven't even met before in your lifetime, but they're plotting for you. So that's why when you are successful, the next thing for you to seek for is protection. And trust me, I don't think any security or anybody with gun can protect you. Only God can protect you. Trust me. He can tell you where to go, when to go, and where to leave, when to leave. Right? If TakeOff didn't go to Houston that very day, he would be alive today. And everything would have been avoided. Right? That's how it goes. Understand what I mean? And remember, at the beginning, the target wasn't TakeOff. The target was Quavo, because Quavo was the one arguing. Quavo was the one doing the argument on the dice game. I don't think TakeOff was playing dice. It was Quavo that was playing dice. And what happened at the end of the day? TakeOff have to pay the price for everything that happened at that dice game. So that's crazy, right? That's really crazy. So when you get the money, when you get the fame, rappers, hear me, you need protection. You need protection. And you need to, listen to your mind. You need to listen to the Holy Spirit that is talking to you, right? The Holy Spirit talks to you whenever danger is about to happen. He tells you to step away. Okay, what made Quavo to say, okay, let's get out of here before someone gets hurt, right? Something is talking to him to move. And immediately he said that the shot was fired in the air and Quavo took off, right? He took off. He took off running. He didn't even look back to look for, TakeOff. He had to save his own life first, right? He took off. And TakeOff was just, trying to make sure everything settles down and stuff like that. And I always tell people this, whenever you're in the street and one of your homeboys starts arguing, right? Start saying stuff and stuff like that, you have to move. Because if you don't move, you can end up paying the price for whatever your homeboy said. Especially when your homeboy start threatening anybody around you that that, we're in the street right now, bro. Nobody cares. They're going to pull up their strap and they're going to, fire shots. So you have to be careful. Wherever you are, it's good to be a peacemaker, but you have to save your own self first before you make peace. Because if TakeOff that minute, I'm not blaming him, but if TakeOff that minute, when he saw everything that was going on and he stepped away, right? Like stepped an inch, like, draw a little bit back and be like, cool, man, you guys have to stop this. But he steps away. He could have been able to avoid all these, man. Trust me, he could have been able to avoid all these. But that's just my opinion. You understand what I mean? That's just my humble opinion. But go ahead and share your own opinions on the comment section. Tell me what you think about what TakeOff sister have to say, asking people to help her find out who did this to TakeOff by any means. And don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe. See you on the next video.